I got another little thing to look at. Donald Trump, in his concession speech, this is a good point that one of my people on Facebook made. Donald Trump is reaching out to Bernie Sanders supporters. Basically, if you're looking for a place to come over to Donald Trump. Come over to the Republican Party. For Donald Trump to feel so confident to say that to Bernie Sanders supporters, let's think about this. Bernie Sanders supporters, if you are not cool with Clinton, come on over here. We're going to make you feel right at home. For Donald Trump to think that Bernie Sanders supporters would want anything the Republicans have to offer. Don't forget now, Donald Trump's a Republican, right? Let's keep it there. See, if you keep it there, you'll see that Donald Trump's not there. But let's keep it there. For Donald Trump to say, Bernie Sanders supporters, come over here. That means he has something to offer them. What does Bernie Sanders supporters want? What do they want that Hillary can't offer them? Hillary Clinton ran her campaign on, seemed like, price matching everything that Bernie Sanders was saying. She was matching them. Bernie Sanders say free college. Hillary Clinton say free college. Tax the rich. Boom. Bernie Sanders was saying that Hillary Clinton is a part of the Wall Street establishment. Donald Trump's not. So what is it that Donald Trump, as a Republican, have to offer Bernie Sanders to make him say, come over here? At least Hillary Clinton said she's not part of Wall Street, but Bernie Sanders was making the case that she takes a bunch of money for Wall Street speeches and stuff like that, right? So she's in the pockets of Goldman Sachs and stuff like that, right? So here's what I come up with. This is why Donald Trump felt so confident to tell Bernie Sanders supporters to come over. Because Donald Trump's not a Republican. After Donald Trump rebrands the Republican Party as bigots and racists and things like this, Donald Trump felt comfortable with asking Bernie Sanders supporters to come over. Because Donald Trump supports universal health care. He has things to offer Bernie Sanders supporters. He just can't tell you Republicans that. Donald Trump is closer to Bernie Sanders than you think. Just like Donald Trump is closer to Hillary Clinton than you think. Or that he's leading you to believe. Follow the money. Follow the ideology. Donald Trump has been functioning like a lifelong liberal. All of a sudden, he's switched his functionality. And if he's not on the teleprompter, he's going to tell you who he really is. But they almost got us right where they want us. So that guess what? From now on, Donald Trump will be on the teleprompter. They are going to make sure that Donald Trump is not off the cuff. This is why, watch, Hillary. You think Hillary is a fan for debating Donald Trump? Just like Donald Trump, and because of the conservative media. Think about it. Because of Donald Trump and the conservative media, Donald Trump didn't have to debate Cruz when it came down to a one-on-one. He can brush Cruz off and let Rush and Herman and all them prop him up. What makes you think Hillary has to debate Donald? We are potentially about to have the first presidential election where they don't have to debate each other. And if they do happen to debate each other, do you think Donald is not going to be ready and willing to sound ridiculous? What is Donald Trump going to say? What is Donald Trump going to say about Hillary Clinton that he hasn't already invested in? The rhetorical responses from the liberal media at the debate is, but Donald, you endorsed her. But Donald, you supported her. But Donald, yeah, okay, yeah, Benghazi. But guess what? Before Benghazi, you invested this much money. And after Benghazi, you invested this much money. So Donald, you either supported her, you invested in her, you endorsed her, you did all these things. What in the hell can Donald Trump say to have him damage Hillary Clinton? Hillary's going to be able to say, matter of fact, Donald Trump and Hillary is like that ugly woman that some guy made out with, got drunk, truth to dare, something like that. And he made out with this ugly girl. He's the star athlete or something like that. He's like some big shot. He made out with this ugly girl. And then in front of his boys and his friends, he sold the girl out. And he started calling her ugly. But you ugly. Man, shoot, you stank. You funky. And what can she say? See, this is what Hillary Clinton's going to be able to do to Donald. When Donald comes and says, you funky, you stanky, you criminal, you crooked, you this, Hillary's going to be able to say, but you did it to me. But you did it with me. Your breath stank, but you kissed me. You fat, but you held on. You crooked, but you gave me money. See, Donald Trump can't, you guys, Donald Trump can't beat Hillary because Donald Trump is Hillary. Hillary is Donald. They have children together. He didn't hit it. Donald Trump can't criticize something that he didn't hit. That's all Hillary has. Watch. Once he gets to 1237, there's no other way to go. And you guys have been hoodwinked all the way. The delegates and sold America out. They can't even look at the children in the face no more. And all these kind of things. Then watch what happens. The liberal media, Donald Trump's going to say something to Hillary, and Hillary's going to say, but you hit it. You wasn't saying that last night when you wasn't saying it when I was on top and you was on bottom. That's what Hillary's going to be able to say. Hillary, you are crooked. You are a horrible Secretary of State. But you wasn't saying that when you was funding me. Donald Trump can't say nothing to Hillary without her being able to say, but so are you, but what am I? This is what I'm saying, people. You delegates, you can stop this. Let that guy be pissed off. He's already showed you. His supporters have already showed you. What do they do when they're pissed off? Donald Trump supporters hit unarmed black Americans. When they get frustrated, they beat up on minorities. When they get frustrated, they beat up on women. They've already showed it. How do they beat up on women? So as long as you steer clear of all the 70-year-old, 79-year-old white dudes, nobody will get punched at the riots. You're going to get beat up on Twitter real bad, and you're going to have Donald Trump on the news whining and crying. He doesn't have any money, so he can't bail out anybody, and that's going to wear out real thin. That's going to wear out real fast. But for you guys to think that Donald Trump is the one and Donald Trump has convinced you that he can beat Hillary and, after I get finished whooping up on all these Republicans, then I'm going to focus on Hillary. Focus now. You're the nominee. Go ahead. Go at her. But ask yourself this. What can Donald Trump say about Hillary that he hasn't already funded, that he's not already in the bed with her with? What can he say? What could he possibly do to bring damage to Hillary Clinton? Donald Trump has 2 broken legs and you're asking him to go kick somebody. This is where we're facing, people. This is where we're at. This is where we've gotten to. But our forefathers, like I said in the beginning of the show, brilliant. You delegates, you don't owe Donald Trump anything. There is no Republican Party. They're through. They're Democrats. They've sold you out. You don't owe this Republican Party anything either. Go in there. Let your voices be heard. Never Trump. And if you weren't never Trump in the beginning, not Trump. We're pledging our delegates another way. And it's Donald Trump's own doing. We didn't steal anything from you, Donald. You gave it away. You gave way to your nature. You tried to cover up your nature. You gave way to your true nature. We are not bigots. We are American people. We are not bigots. We might have some biases. Everybody has biases, but we are not bigots and we are not racists. And if we are bigots and racists, we want to keep that stuff in the closet. We don't want it to be out in the open. The world is looking at us. If we go through and vote for you, Donald, the signal we are sending to the world is that we have one person that you world leaders can donate to and overtake America. And we have another leader that'll sit down and make a deal with you. He'll get the upper hand on the deal. You'll be owning things in America, taking the property from Americans, and China will own everything, and Russia and Germany, everybody will own something because Donald Trump has America for sale. And he's going to tell us Americans it was a great deal. I'm a great deal. That's what you elected me for, make great deals. No, we didn't elect you to make great deals. We don't want Donald Trump to wheel and deal our Constitution. We don't want a president to wheel and deal our Bill of Rights. We don't want somebody that'll wheel and deal and circumvent our rule of law. So Donald Trump, You disqualified yourself from us having these delegates. If you didn't get disqualified through the primary, we, the people, have the upper hand, and you are not presidential material. It sends the wrong signal to our enemies because you're too thin-skinned. That's what you did. It sends the question to the world. We are not for sale, and we are not up for negotiation. And I'm definitely not telling my child that they can run around and be a bully, dog out women, dog out blacks, dog out handicaps, dog out Mexicans, go out there and mess people up in colleges, take their money, and then that's how they're going to be successful. Hell no. Delegates denied. Delegates denied. Go on out there and fight. The police will get you. We vote Ted Cruz.